What's going on, guys? We're just leaving the shop. It's Friday afternoon and we're loading up in the Corvette. Just got all my gear from work. And what we're gonna be working on today in the Z06s, we're gonna be putting in a wideband, just like in my car, the same gauge mount and everything, same wideband. And we're going to be setting that up in the car. So we're heading over to the garage now and we're going to get that set up. So let's set you guys down and do a little cold start of the Z06. All right, we just got over to the garage. Just got to pull the truck out and we start working on this wideband install. So we got the headers disconnected right now because obviously the heads are out, and back here, whoever put these in, they left the secondary O2s connected, which obviously are turned off because there's no cats or anything. And then we got a spare bung over here, so we could just go into that and then snake it up around the housing here, and then we'll work on the wiring up top side. All right, quick install. O2 sensors in, and then we just fed the wire up around here, tucked up with the other O2 harnesses, so that should be fine for now until we get the heads back and hook up the exhaust system. And we'll lower the car down and we'll start working on the wiring. All right, so we ended up having to come back the next day. Yesterday we realized we can't get the door open enough to do any of the wiring work with it on the rack. We didn't have the front wheels, so we mounted those on, pushed it back. And now we're just working on snaking the lead for the sensor, which we're running up through the driver's side where the pedal box is. There's a grommet for the hood release. That's the cables here. So just pull the grommet back, stuck a snake wire through there, and then we're gonna pull the wire through. All right. Snake got hung up. There we go. Okay, got the wire through. Easy as that. Okay, so we got the wire ran through the grommet. You can see that here. This just kind of tucks, flaps over, and then that little footrest bolts back up here. But that had a crack on the tab in it from somebody previously pulling it out, I guess when they did all the stereo work. And we flip it around here and you can see all this great wiring. Oh yeah, this is nice, huh? Just shoved up in there, a couple zip ties. Excellent work. So we got to get this panel down now, and so we could snake the wires up back here. All right, the next step here, a little tricky. Got to basically pop this out. I just kind of worked it in this corner. It's all clips, so you just got to work it around to get it free. And then I fed the wire up through here from the O2 sensor. It's going to tuck. All right, we got the cluster back together. There's the pod mounted up. Looks pretty clean. Got everything kind of cleaned up underneath. The OBD2 piggyback is there. We used to ground off this bolt, and then the hot runs underneath here over to the passenger footwell, where we just have to put in the add a fuse. That'll be the next thing.
It's just so weird sitting here again.
Oh yeah, that's gotta be sad that you can't start it up and go. Oh, the plastic's still on the bezel there. Should be on the ground. Yeah, I think it looks good though. It's clean. Yeah, it is. I mean, it fits up pretty well. Just gotta get a light look over here. So yeah, all we have left is we'll run this back over here. I can't find my pack of add fuses, but the one labeled heated seats, this one here, that's where we're tapping. That just has the ignition hot, so whenever you key the car on, it'll come off, and then you shut it off and it'll be dead. So then we'll just basically how this one is, oh no, they didn't.
They just shoved the wire in.
I'd love to say that they wouldn't do that, but I'm pretty sure they just jammed the wire in behind the fuse to run whatever this blue. I'm trying to remember from my old stereo days. I think blue is like amp turn on.
Oh, is it?
The 12 volt. It was like yellow or blue or something. I'm pretty sure they just jammed this in.
After what we've seen, it wouldn't surprise me.
under the fuse instead of adding like the little add a fuse circuit. Oh man. I wouldn't expect much less after seeing the the underside there, the stereo wiring. Okay. And this is our little add a fuse circuit. It's just gonna piggyback off that circuit, add an extra fuse to it so we can tap power to run the wideband off ignition source. So just a simple, clean little way to add an additional 12 volt source if you need it. All right, we got that set up. Tap the circuit there. Still unsure what our blue wire is here, but we'll test that once we get the car running. We'll just pull it and see what shuts off or dies. So that's nice and neat and clean. Get that buttoned up.
An accessory, see if it works.
Yeah, we can. Do you have the battery hooked up, or? Yeah, we'll just plug the battery in quick. We don't have. Oh, we just have to plug the sensor in. But I think it'll key on, at least, and we'll know the gauge has power and stuff.
Yeah.
We got this wild stereo system that came in this thing when he bought it. And the wiring is totally hacked, so probably gonna have to go through that at some point. And just look at all this crap. You know, I don't know if it comes on accessory.
Yeah,
I could try mine. Well, I'm not sure the fuel pump will kick on or nothing if you go to like ignition.
Good.
All right, we just walked over to my car quick. I just wanted to see if the gauge came on when you went in accessory, and it doesn't. So it must be just an ignition source, which we don't really want to try because, like, I don't know if when you just key on, if the fuel pump kicks on or anything like that. It could be just when the engine cranks, but I don't want to take that risk and spray fuel everywhere, so we'll just wait. Yeah, mine doesn't come on when you go to accessory.
Yeah.
So I think you have to be in run. But I just don't want to run the risk if something like fuel pump kicks on, and then we got a big mess on our hands. So I think we'll just leave that alone.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give you one more kind of driver's point of view. There's the gauge. It's not on right obviously now, but that's all wrapped up nice and clean. And the one cool thing with this setup, same like my car when you use the HP tuners and the MPVI2 unit, is that OBD2 port that piggybacks together. It's like a pass-through, and that will feed the wideband signal right into your scanner.
That's good enough.
Yeah, see how that fits up. I don't know, that seems kind of questionable to me. But, and then here you can see there's the air fuel ratio, and it just reads along with the graph and everything. So it'll make for remote tuning for RPM a lot easier if that's already in there, and they can tune off the wideband. All right, so we still have probably another 2 weeks before the heads show up. So this is going to be the next thing we do to the car. I got a little part surprise for you. Sneak preview for the next episode. Oh yeah, new clutch. Oh man, look at that. Clutch, flywheel, the whole shebang. You got the little parts kit up there with the new slave, everything, seal, pilot bearing, remote bleeder, got it all. And what is this, the RXT?
RXT.
Twin disc. Good for what, 1,000?
1,000 wheel, yeah.
That's insane. All right, so thanks for watching this one, and stay tuned for the next video. We'll probably be tearing into the car to do the clutch. So we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.